What's up, y'all? Y'all come on in, like the video, subscribe to the channel.
Historically, you'd be in the back office coding transaction after transaction after transaction. And those are hours that you could be spending trying to be more innovative, closing the books faster. And now we're at a place where those are being done for you. Realit is the clear leader in the AI native ERP, and it's built by accountants for accountants. I've never had another ERP that comes close.
Be guilty, and you come testify on their behalf. You come and you let them know, nigga, you a mob boss, you're done, and you'll do this, you'll do that, you don't done it. You gotta really tell on yourself and get them boys out of jail. That's what you gotta do. Memphis, hey, I ain't drinking y'all business, but y'all got an hour business. But I'm just trying to tell y'all something. We don't talk about what's real, nigga. What's real is they feds want you.
Shiesty a snitch.
The feds want you.
He getting what he deserved.
Because Big 30 and the dad out on bond. I'm being real. Big 30 and the dad out on bond. If the feds really?
The feds is allowing Big 30 and Pooh Shiesty's dad to be out on bond because it's a strategy. They want his co-defendants, his dad and Big 30 to be out on bond. They want them to feel a taste of freedom. Because if they feel a taste of freedom, the feds know that they'll be easier to turn when the trial comes and you got to come back in that courtroom. You got to come back in the jailhouse and check in. And you got to stand on the other side of the damn little half a wall podium or whatever. You got to stand on the other side. So the feds has released Big 30 and Pooh Shiesty's dad so they can get a taste of freedom, and the feds can use that as an anchor when they get ready to turn them. Right? When Pooh Shiesty trial start, they got so much evidence on Pooh Shiesty, it doesn't really matter the amount of evidence to them. It matters the amount of testimonies. Right? The evidence plus the testimonies, the feds will automatically win and be able to give him whatever amount of time that they want to, because again, he has aggravated. This is aggravated kidnapping, aggravated robbery, meaning aggravated, meaning that he did it with force. I told y'all when this shit first happened 2 months ago, I said they just bammed a young nigga. I think he was 19 or 20. He wasn't even 21 yet. For aggravated robbery. Him and his friends robbed a bodega. This young black kid out in Texas. Him and his friends robbed a bodega. And him and another one of the friends with handguns actually went behind the counter and beat the old Chinese man who owned the bodega, which is a corner store, for those of you who don't know. They beat this man for no reason after he had already gave them the money. Then the young dude gets locked up, right? He gets locked up in a state prison. He gets tried as an adult. He gets locked up in the state prison, and he starts 2 gang fights. And he's involved in 2 gang fights. The judge told him out there in Texas, the judge told this 18, 19-year-old boy, she said, if I give you a small sentence and you're able to go free, I don't believe that you'll be a benefit to the community. You're actually a threat to your own community, your own neighborhood, right? And you're in jail and you're still doing the same thing that you got locked up for, right? The judge gave him 25 to life. And this was for aggravated robbery, and he didn't kill nobody, and this is in Texas. Right? We know that Gucci in Texas was robbed by Pooh Shiesty, was robbed and kidnapped, right? But it was done by force. And threats were given that Pooh Shiesty would kill Gucci Mane if he didn't sign him out of the contract, right? What's up, running man? I fuck with you. Shout out to running man. I fuck with him tough. He says, "What's up, my watermelon felon? My main watermelon felon." He funny as hell. Poop burglar. I think the steamiest thing anyone's ever smelled was poop. That's just the truth. And I think you know that, Star Mouth. You asking for the fun of it. Y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel. But yeah, most people, and this is my opinion, but I believe it to be fact. Most people from Africa dislike black people in America because they're not the black people in America. You know, whether we grow up poor in America or well off in America, we still have things that's tangible. Like in Africa, they don't have sinks and waterfalls and water fountains and shit everywhere with purified water. We do here in America, right? Africans hate that. They feel like that Africans hate black people in America because they feel like black people in America have so much that they take for granted. And not just black people, but Americans, period. They feel like we have so much that we take for granted. If you look at pollution in America, right? Pollution shows that we do have so much that we take for granted. The trash, the oil spills on the ocean. When we spill that oil, we don't clean that shit up. We just let it sink into the ocean. We take it as a loss, right? But if there was a poor country and they controlled oil, right, and every other country was getting over on them, even though they control oil, that would be the reason why they're still the poorest country. But let's just take that for an example. If the poorest country spilled oil, they was the #1 manufacturer for oil, and they spilled oil across the ocean, I believe that poorer country would not allow anything to waste. So once that oil well bursts and it spills across the ocean, I believe that poorer country would try as much as possible to clean it out the ocean and to what is the word? To clean it out the ocean and to get as much as they can that's tangible to actually reuse or make money off of, you know what I'm saying, in their loss. America, we're gonna spill this shit, right? The oil well might blow up, just spill that shit all across a part of the ocean. God damn it, we come and repair the oil well, but we never clean up the oil. And all the fish and mammals, sea mammals that's in that area get contaminated or get sick and shit because of the pollution that we put out. But that's why most Africans hate black Americans. It's because they believe we're privileged. And they weren't privileged, even though they come over here and our government gives them up to $300,000 grant to start their own business and start a life here. Right? Y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel. I was working at Cummins Motors, right? And everybody knows this, right? My whole chat, they know this because I done said it at least twice, right, in my lives. I was working at Cummins, right? And I was working with an African, right? And this is what he told me. I said, why do y'all hate Americans so much? He said, every country hate Americans because y'all steal from us and y'all make money off of it and act like and don't give us any credit. I said, whoa, first of all, you're wrong. We don't steal from you. I said, we don't steal from other countries. I said, how many Chinese restaurants in America do you know that's owned by black or white people? None. I said, how many Mediterranean restaurants you know in America is owned by black people? I said, none. They're owned by Africans, Mediterraneans, right? I said, our government gives y'all up to a $300,000 grant to start your own business, and y'all, the Africans, the Chinese, the Mediterraneans, the Philippines, y'all bring y'all restaurants over here. Y'all bring y'all style of food over here and be able to start y'all a restaurant off the back of taxpayers, those black and white taxpayers, like me, like my friends. Yeah, our government gives y'all those grants and y'all are able to start y'all own business, and y'all decide to bring y'all restaurants and y'all style of food over here, and we accept it. We don't steal from y'all because we don't own nothing that y'all cook or make. We don't, you don't see black people or white people owning Chinese restaurants. You don't see us owning Mediterranean restaurants. You don't see black people or white people owning hibachi grills. The Japanese comes over here and we give them that motherfucking $300,000 grant that they don't have to pay back. If our government give us a grant as a piece of money as a citizen, it's a loan. It's not a grant. We got to pay our government back, even though we already pay taxes. Right? So I told him, I said, bruh, no, you're totally wrong. And I said, every African that thinks that is totally wrong. My nigga, we don't steal shit from y'all. We pay taxes. Our government allow y'all to come over here, and from the taxes that Americans pay, we give the foreigners, Africans, Japanese, Chinese, Thai, Iranian, every different ethnicity that comes over here and be able to get their green card and get their citizenship, we give them up to $300,000 grant. And all of y'all take it, because guess what? When y'all come over here and y'all get y'all citizenship and that $300,000 grant, we work at the same place. I work at the same place with you, but I stay in the hood and y'all stay in the suburbs. I haven't seen a foreigner in Memphis that don't stay in the suburbs in a big ass house. I haven't seen an Arab foreigner in America that doesn't live in the suburbs, that doesn't own a gas station, that doesn't fucking own, if they don't own a gas station, they own a corner store. Our government don't even give white and black Americans that chance. Grant, where we don't have to pay it back, we can invest solely into ourselves. That's why I love Trump so much, right? Because he want to give American citizens more than American government gives foreigners and aliens that we allow over here and give citizenship to. Because Americans are the one that carry their weight on their back when they go to work, when they punch into that 9 to 5. And when they get paid every week or bi-weekly, the taxes that get taken out of their paycheck, some of it goes towards their money and that grant that you're going to be able to get when you gain citizenship over here to start a business. I said, so don't say that Americans, that's what I told my African guy, don't say that Americans stole anything. My nigga, we gave y'all money and we gave y'all stability when y'all came over here. Y'all used the money to start y'all own business and y'all bought y'all style of food over here. We didn't give y'all citizenship and steal y'all style of food, and black people and white people are becoming rich because they know how to make African dishes. No, y'all do that shit. Just like the Chinese. They do that shit. They make Chinese food and shit. They get them grants and they bring, you know what I'm saying? They bring out their restaurants. They bring their restaurants over here. Y'all like the video and subscribe to the channel.
Them boys would be out on bud. Fed don't want them. They want Pooh Shiesty because they know Pooh Shiesty really did put that battery in them neck. They ain't talking down on Big Dirty. I don't know them. I ain't say that. They certified stupid. I'm gonna be honest, it's my opinion on them. They certified stupid because they was too busy worrying about maintaining the image or something. That wasn't smart thinking, man. Like, it ain't take a rocket science to figure out that ain't the right procedure to handle this situation.
It's not about the damage on tax for a meal. What I'm saying is, from Americans working hard, we work hard to pay our own fucking bills, right? But our government tax us, right? And then when they tax us, they decide what they do with the money that they taxed us for, right? Okay, so just say that I make $1,000 a week, right? The government is going to tax me 100 of those dollars, or a little bit over 100 of those dollars, right? Okay, let's say 120. 40 of those $120 is going to go into my Social Security, which is my retirement. Whenever I retire, whenever I decide to retire, I get that money back, right? But the other $80 is going to go into government propaganda. The government don't, when our government gives foreigners these grants up to $300,000, they don't pull the money out their ass. If it's 20 million American citizens working in America, right, that make over $1,000, and the other half makes $300 or under $300, you can just say that the 20,000 Americans that make over $1,000, they giving the government an extra $80, just like I am, and that adds up, and that's how they able to write this money off. The government don't take it out of the Federal Reserve. When the government make plans to spend money, or when they make plans to spend money, they don't come up with a brilliant idea. They take it from us, the citizens, who work hard, not for the government, but for ourselves and our families. Yeah, legal immigrants pay taxes, but they're able to get up to a $300 grant that they don't have to pay back. It's not a loan. up to a $300,000 grant that they can use to start life in a business. God damn it, we born over here and we don't get a $300,000 up to a $300,000 grant, white or black. We don't. But we're the reason that foreigners, aliens are able to get that grant. And I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm just saying that that shit didn't come out the government ass. That shit came off hard-working American citizens' back, black or white. Right? So when we allow y'all citizenship over here, our government want to make sure y'all okay. Even though y'all didn't give us shit. Right? Yeah. So if we the richest company, if we're the richest country, why the fuck are we still? If we the richest company, why the fuck are we still giving handouts to everybody that's outside of our country that comes over here, but we can't even give handouts to each other. We can't even apply for them grants. We can't even apply. Yeah, but they'll allow us to apply for a loan that they'll put so much damn interest rates on. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel.
That ain't. You feel me? It's just like this, Mike. And then what make?
Listen, I'm not lazy at all. I work at 9 to 5, right? I work 6 days a week. Yeah, when I get off live, I'm finna go to work. I got off work last night, 11 o'clock. Came home, changed my clothes, got ready for my live. And it didn't matter how long it took me to prepare my live and research for my live. And then my live, and by the time I get off of here, it'll be probably about an hour before I have to make it to work. Guess what? I'm going to go to work. And then when I get off in the afternoon, I'm going to go make some more money. And then I'm back home and do my live again in midday on the weekend. Then I'm going to spend a little time with my family and come back at the original time that I come back every night, 12 a.m., 1 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning. And I'm going to do it again. I've never been lazy. I love working. Yeah. My last paycheck, just Thursday, my last paycheck was, after taxes, my last paycheck was $13.90. I get paid every week. So I done made $1,400 in 1 week. Don't tell me that I'm lazy. 11 to 12 hours every day that I put in work. Plus, I'm trying to monetize my YouTube, which I'm not getting paid for right now, but I work hard for the payment every single day. Yeah, so for those who want to say, hey, go to work, you broke ass Americans. Shit, the only reason you got money is because to you. Huh? Yeah, the only reason you got money is because them broke ass, so-called broke ass Americans that work hard as fuck for their own money, paid taxes, and gave that shit to you. Yeah. So don't you start with us Americans, because we can this racial shit about Carmelo Anthony, and black people would team up with white Americans and we'll get on every country ass that we've ever helped. Oh, and don't make us mad, because we'll get our military and our weapons of mass destruction and we'll surround your continent. Huh? Yeah, see, I was trying to be nice and just explain to somebody where the money comes from for the grants, right? But then all the foreigners in the chat, y'all want to try to say some shit and get on Americans' ass. No, I got every American back in this chat. Huh? If you want to try to do a continent divide, I'll show you. Americans don't play. Huh? Iran. They wanted to go to war. They wanted to stop our oil from coming overseas. What did Trump do? Oh, y'all want to be bullies? They go over, he went over there. He sent special ops over there. They killed one of y'all leaders, one of y'all dictators, right? His predecessor came up after him and got in that slot. Guess what he did? He sent special ops right back over there to kill him. Then we put somebody from our Iran embassy here in America, we put him over there as y'all dictator. He signs the treaty and opens up the sea over there that y'all dictators had blocked off. Now our oil is flowing back. See, if you play with America, America will show you that we don't bullshit. Yeah, listen, America, we might argue with each other. We might have some racial moments, blacks against whites and all of that shit, but we're all in the same house. And if anybody outside of our house comes in our house that we're helping and try to disrespect us like we ain't doing it, your government helped us. You guys didn't help us. Our government gets the fucking funds and money from us through taxes. We helped y'all. And if y'all want to start, hey, we got them ships. Special ops. We'll send a team of 5 to 6 SEAL members over there. They'll come up through the motherfucking water on y'all. Hey, don't get me to talking about what our military can do. And we got fucking 5, 6 branches of military. National Guard, Air Force, Navy, Marines, Army, Special Ops. I mean, I could keep going. And all of these are American military. And together, those 6 branches will tear something down on the other side of the waters. But we don't want to do that. As Americans, we're so fucking well off. All we want to do is help. But when somebody steps out of boundaries, even in our group of people, white or black, when we step out of boundaries with each other, we hold each other accountable. We can get on each other's ass. So don't think if you're across that water and you're talking bad about America, that we're not going to hold you accountable, because America, as the richest country in the world, we help out every fucking country. The only reason China prospers is because we send our corporations over there. Multi-millionaires and multi-billionaires, we send our corporations over there. Goddamn it, our tech corporations, motherfucking warehouses, car manufacturers, and we put wealth into y'all economy. Most of the wealth in foreign economies come from American businesses. Come on now. Now, I love everybody as an American, but don't you start talking about America. Not in this chat. I fuck with all of y'all. Yeah, China has stolen every piece of tech that America has created. From game systems all the way up to, goddamn it, nano fucking drives that control cars. Right? They done stole all of that shit, but guess what? They don't control it. America, we still control it because we're the ones who founded it. We're the ones who built it. Yeah, the world was built on America's back. Don't let nobody else tell you anything different. Anything else different. And if you're American, be proud to be American. Yeah, we're going to have fights and arguments, and we're a big family. We're going to have disagreements with each other, skin colors different and all of that shit, but at the end of the day, we're going to stick together. And we're not going to let anybody come in our house and pick on anybody. And that's just real. As Americans, we're going to have each other back when it comes to another fucking country or another person from across those waters trying to do us bad or talk bad about us. Yeah, we got each other back. Y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let's hear what else Woody Snitch had got to say.
What make us weak? We got people around us that won't stand up to us.
Y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel.
I done told, I ain't letting y'all do that. I ain't letting, but it ain't right. I stand up for them. It's a lot of, but I can say so much on the internet, can't nobody stop me.
I don't talk bad about Donald Trump. I love him.
But I choose not to because, like, I'm an ego person.
And I don't think he racist. I don't care what nobody say. I don't think he racist at all. I've never heard Trump say anything racist. If he has said something racist to a black person or somebody that's not the ethnicity of white, it's because they said something racist to him. He's a billionaire. Listen, and you can't disrespect the billionaire and expect him not to disrespect you back. He's made so many accomplishments and achievements in life to get himself well off, but he's made so many that he didn't just get himself well off, he got his family well off for generations. Right? So I respect him as a businessman, and I definitely respect him as America's president because he don't take no bullshit, especially when it comes to the citizens. He's more against the government. He's a part of the government, and he's more against the government than most of the citizens. He's more for the citizens than most of the citizens. He's more for the citizens than any government that I've ever seen run America. And that's the truth. Shout out to Trump. I love you, Trump. We love you here. Shout out to Trump. RS, your mom can't spell citizens. Stop playing with me and stop playing with the American President Trump. If you want to speak bad on Trump, I'm going to tell you right now, get the fuck out of this chat. Excuse my language. Chat analysts. Donald Trump don't hate my guts. He's the only president that ever gave to black. He's the only president that ever gave money to every fucking citizen in America, even the blacks in the ghetto who people don't even think about. And I'm not even in the ghetto. I'm in the suburbs. I stay in Cordova. My rent is $12.25 a month. And to live in Memphis and have a rent that's $12.25 a month, you know they stay in the suburbs. Yeah. Hold on. I got the fucking lake view, my nigga. Yeah. I got the lake view in front of my shit, huh? With the fountain. Stop fucking playing with me. I ain't never been broke. I got a whole fucking family that I take care of. My wife doesn't work. How about that? Huh? My wife doesn't have to work. She can depend on me, and guess what? It's not hard because I love working. Huh? Yeah, my wife don't work. None of my 3 kids work. I got 4 people plus myself that depend on me, and we live very nice. And whatever the fuck they want when I'm at work, guess what? My wife can afford it. Guess why? Because when I get my paycheck, she gets the whole fucking paycheck. Guess why? Because I do it for her and our kids. Yeah. Huh? Shout out to Ellen. I love working too, bro. Damn right. Yeah, Stevie Mac, you a stupid ass. Trump ain't never hated any citizen in America. We're the ones that he do this shit for. Huh? How about that? We're the ones that Trump do this shit for, and you're probably from overseas, so you're so mad that Trump fucks with his citizens. The first president that ever did it. I love Trump. I'm in America. Stevie, fuck you, man. Hey, chat analysts, let's have some fun with Stevie. I love Trump. I'm in America. And you in New York? If you in New York, you the stupidest person I've ever seen. New York benefit the most off our government with Wall Street. All of our banks that's in America, the top banks, their corporate is on Wall Street in New York. Yeah, you should have plenty of money. If you live in New York and you're a bum, you're stupid. It's no way to live in New York and be a fucking bum. New York should have been our fucking U.S. capital. Because that's where all the fucking money is. Yeah, but don't start talking about Americans, white or black, because I'm going to get on your ass. And definitely don't talk about our president. Yeah, Trump did more for black people than fucking Obama. Obama stood and lied in our face while he helped the banks on Wall Street commit fraud all around the world. They didn't just take citizens' money from out the motherfucking bank. They took money from big banks all around the world. Obama helped them do that. And guess what they did? They made him a billionaire. They gave him an insurance company called Obamacare. And guess what? When he got out the fucking White House, everyone who had that free Obamacare, prices went up and they started having to pay for it. It was a fucking scam. Yeah, when Bush was in the White House, all he did was accumulate more oil plantations, more oil land in Texas for his family's name. Shit, they already got fucking airports and shit named after them in Texas. They damn near own Texas. They didn't do anything for the citizens. Trump is the first president that ever did anything for the citizens. Then he get in the White House and he tried to do something for us doing the Doge shit. Elon Musk, he gets mad because Trump he stops the damn electrical bill from being passed, which would have made Elon Musk trillions of dollars. So he get mad because he's really deceiving Trump. He's really in this shit for the money, right? And he was trying to do a grant fund where he could give every living American citizen $5,000. The first time he was in the White House, he gave us $1,200 to $3,600, and then when they was putting him out the White House, he couldn't give us that amount again. But he was able to push it because he vetoed it. Our government vetoed it, right? But he still was able to push out half of that amount that he gave us the first time. You know what? That made a lot of new independent businesses in America. It's people today that's 100,000aires and millionaires that's American citizens that never had a chance, that was able to get that money and start them a new business. Let's not forget what Trump did. Yeah, he's arrogant. He's a fucking billionaire. If you made billions of dollars from off your own fucking back, coming from a poor family, you built your family up to be this name. You put these Trump towers all over the world. You did this. You became a billionaire yourself to take care of your family for generations. You'd be arrogant and a motherfucker. If I was a billionaire, I'd be arrogant. Yeah, Trump has a good soul, but he's not a nice nigga. As black people would say in America, he has a good soul, but he's not a nice nigga. He's not somebody that you can get over on and fuck over. He'll give you anything. And that's what that president has shown Americans today, that he will give us anything. But if we try to fuck over him, if we try to talk bad about us, bad about him, he'll give us the same thing in return. He'll talk bad about us. He'll fuck over us. But ever since he's been in the White House, he hasn't looked and focused on filling up his own fucking pockets like every other president. You know why? Because he's richer than every president we've ever had. Trump was a billionaire before he even got into this politics shit. Right? So when he came in the White House, he looked around and he said, damn, y'all scamming the citizens. Y'all got enough money. Y'all multimillionaires and multi-billionaires, y'all don't need no more money. Why y'all still scamming the citizens? I'm finna let it be known to them. And I'm finna put y'all out the White House. And I'm finna stop a lot of this funding. Look at Nancy Pelosi. She fucking was stealing $2 billion in Social Security here in America every year. She was paying her own LLCs, right? $2 billion. She had over 700 different people receiving Social Security supplements every month that was dead. These people were 200 and 300 years old, still receiving it, but the shit was wiring to her companies. Trump stopped that. Y'all ought to be thankful for that, right? But they triggered an audit for all of government assistance. Watch this. So black people that received government assistance and had to go reapply and shit, and they got mad and said, oh, Trump, he was really fucking up our first of the month benefits. He was stopping our first. Those motherfuckers were lazy because they didn't want to have to go and reapply. No, fucking go and reapply. Because Trump not doing this to make you have to go and reapply. He's doing this to sort out the weeds. To get all of these motherfucking government officials that's been scammers and that's been eating off your back, to put them out in the open and put them out on blast and let us know who they are and what they've been doing. If you lost your benefits and didn't get them back, it's because you didn't take your ass to the Social Security office, 10-care office, or wherever you had to go to get your benefits. You didn't take your lazy ass up there and reapply. And most people in the hood that's receiving government assistance is lazy, because the government assistance is assisting them. They don't have to work a job. Us taxpayers, those taxes, when taxes raise on us and more is getting taken out of our paycheck, it's for shit like that. It's for those grants you're able to receive when you come over here to America and receive citizenship. Yeah, America has a fucking system, but Trump blowing that shit up. Look at how many jobs that came back over here to America and how many people that was jobless when the Biden administration was in that's not jobless anymore. Look how many people are full-time. There was temp. I was a temp. I'm full-time now. Yeah. Not even 6 months after Trump started the tariffs back, the company that I worked for, temp, bought their ass back over here, and they hired me full-time. You know why? Because they not over there. They didn't bring the Chinese with them when they came back over here. They docked their company in China. They corporate in China. Right? So most of the big jobs, machine operating jobs, went over there to China. Soon as Trump started the tariffs, they didn't want to have to pay them, so they bought their ass back to America, opening up 35,000 more jobs. And guess what? I was one of those. I received one of those 35,000 jobs. Thank you, Trump. Thank you, Trump. We're gaining jobs. We're gaining jobs. We had no car manufacturers over here after the Obama administration and Bush administration gave corporate companies tax breaks to move their companies overseas. That's when the jobs first left. That's when we started having recessions. The Democratic Party caused this, right? And yeah, it's still Americans that's without jobs because the shit takes time. Not all the companies have moved back over here. Not everybody has been able to get a job, been able to benefit off the tariffs. Not everybody, not yet. And everything that's good and great takes time. Trump said, make America great again, right? When the jobs started moving back over here, it was at the end of last year. So I say, give it to the end of this year. Let's give it to November or December, right? We'll have double the jobs that then came over here now, which is over 500,000. I mean, a half of 100 million jobs, 50 million jobs have. So we can expect that to double by the end of the year. And see that at least over 100, over 1 million jobs have came back to America this year alone. All manufacturers. Detroit was a ghost town because all the car manufacturers moved overseas. Trump started tariffs. Guess what? It's already 2 big car manufacturers back over here in America. And guess where they docked? In Detroit. So the ghettos of Detroit that was dying, those people are finna be eaten now. But yeah, man, y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel. Look, y'all, I gotta get ready to go to work. I love y'all, chat. I thank y'all for y'all support. You know what this is. This is Blocstarr Imis Analytics. What are we? We are Blocstarr Analysts. What did we just do? We just analyzed the fuck out of that shit. Listen, I love you, chat, and I thank you, chat. Don't forget to like the video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel to become a part of the family. Listen, man, you've been chilling with yours truly. It's Blocstarr Imis, all the way from Memphis. Don't you forget me.